Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast. I am your King of Extreme, Phil KOE, joined by my indomitable broadcast partner,
Tony G. Make sure to like and subscribe.
We are here for our MMA Roundup. So, getting right on down the line, Jones. He's been on a tear lately. Yes, a roll. Gustafson just steamrolled through him in 3 rounds. Smith.
Wow.
You know, I always try to pick an underdog when that was an underdog. I'll give Smith credit. He swung some hard punches, but the thing is, Jones is the greatest kicker in the history of all mixed martial arts.
When he catches you flat on the button with the kick, if you do not go to sleep, clearly you are on something, and if you're on something and not getting knocked out by John Jones, that is some impressive stuff. Congratulations to you for finding it.
No kidding. But no, what I was talking about is John Jones' body and leg kick game.
God, yes.
More than anything, it just completely saps anyone's strategy. Anything they want to do, they suddenly can't because Jones has shut them down at every...
And it's not even like Anderson Silva level at his prime kicking, to where that would come out of nowhere. It had enough force, but it was the surprise element. John Jones is just stupidly insane athleticism and power and speed all rolled into one. It's unparalleled right now.
Yeah, I don't see anybody beating Jones anytime soon.
No.
DC came kind of close one time. The next time,
not so much.
No. Not so much, and basically, because of the controversy, DC's able to save a little face on that.
Speaking of DC, he's injured right now. Lesnar's still doing the wrestling thing and signed new contracts. Nobody knows where that fight sits.
I still want to see Lesnar come in to the UFC octagon carrying the Universal Championship.
Yeah.
I can dream. I can dream.
Me too, but that's probably not meant to be, unfortunately.
On the subject of professional wrestling, Jack Swagger's debut.
He did.
Or Swag Jagger, or whatever you're calling yourself.
He debuted successfully against an Andy Warhol. And by that, I mean a tomato can, because I can't even remember the guy's name. Impressively, tapped him out-ish. Congratulations, Jack Swagger.
Do you think we're going to see his opponent try an NXT debut?
I'm sure AEW will snatch him right out.
It's almost like we're implying something.
Almost. Hopefully Jack Swagger's next opponent has a little bit more impressive resume. It looks like he's got the tools. He just needs a bit better competition before we can really pass.
Now, in all honesty, it did look like Jack did get a pretty reasonable takedown.
Yep.
Got on top of him. And you got to remember, Jack does have some legitimate wrestling
absolutely.
experience. So...
It's the finish that was in question. It almost looked... was that predetermined just a little bit? Or was it... Yeah. Well, I digress.
I mean, I'm sure that, the R-Truth entrance didn't help him with that accusation.
Wow.
But,
stole the show. Absolutely.
Also...
R-Truth.
I will admit, moving on to the Grand Prix, you were correct. Bader came in hungry. He wanted it. I just went with Fedor because I'm a huge Fedor Emelianenko fan. You're not going to find many bigger ones.
He's the Fedor fan.
But,
my God, Bader has been on an
absolute
roll.
Swing, crack with that right. When I saw that right connect, I'm like, fight's over.
Yeah. Nobody's even come close to Bader in his last handful of fights. The whole tournament, he's been dominant in every aspect. I think he could fight the minute after that one ends because he's got to be still that fresh after winning the tournament. That's how impressive he was. Congratulations, Ryan Bader. Can't wait to see who you're up against next because I definitely am tuning in to see that.
Yep. Something that needs to be mentioned.
Let's save that for the end. Because, hang on. Anderson Silva made it back into the
against
octagon.
Israel.
He did.
I
losing
can't
effort.
His last name.
No, but that's
properly,
good enough. That's good enough. Back and forth affair. Silva didn't look like he was washed up. Israel's
kind of shown that he's the new kid on the block. Congratulations to Israel. It's not too often that you get to meet your heroes and then beat your heroes. So
and not have to feel bad about humiliating them in the effort.
Yes.
So it really couldn't have worked out better.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Yep.
Really. Usually it's, Chuck just got knocked out by Rich Franklin because that needed to happen. But speaking of way back when...
apparently we're booking UFC 77 or something because...
Yeah, Phil texted me this and I said, do you mean 77? Because is it 2008? This doesn't sound right, but here we go.
BJ Penn versus Clay Guida.
All right. So that's happening. Now
this, I'm going to preface this as a huge BJ Penn fan. When the BJ GSP fight went down, I was the one guy in that room screaming for BJ Penn while everybody was going GSP.
That's true. I remember it.
That being said, this is going to be one of the most brutal predictions I've ever made, and I regret saying it. Okay. But if you only have money to pay your bills, to feed your loved ones, bet it all that BJ Penn goes down. Clay Guida is going to dominate it. It's probably going to go to the decision, but Guida is taking it.
Okay. I haven't probably seen Guida fight in like 9 years. Apparently he has been fighting though. Probably not the toughest competition out there, but fighting nonetheless. When was BJ's last fight? I honestly I can't remember off the top of my head. I assume he lost.
To be fair, they've both been out of the top ranks. But
Guida, the top ranks? Because I was thinking further down than that.
They've all been out of top competition. But that being said, Guida is always a workhorse, and it's like, hey, it's been so long since we've got to say this. It depends what BJ shows up that night.
There you go.
Boy, did you ever miss getting to say that every pay-per-view? Is it going to be the dedicated BJ or the I'm just going to sail through BJ?
He's lean, he's fierce, he looks motivated, or...
For 3 rounds.
Or did he roll through Burger King and literally walked into the octagon going... Who am I fighting?
Now, to be fair, about 80% of the time, he would still win.
Balance alone would make him win those fights, yes. But, God, the thing about Guida was, like, every time I'd have him, he was a workhorse, but every time I had him picked to win, he would just lose a drawn-out decision because he was doing that. Workhorsing, not fighting to win. Is he going to fight a motivated BJ Penn?
Is going to be dangerous for the first 2 rounds. If it's a
five
round fight, then BJ has no chance.
There you go.
If it's a 3-round fight, there is a
2-round chance.
Yes, there's a
2-round chance.
But there's a chance it's going to be a 5-round fight.
I would say you're probably right.
If that's the case, Guida all the way, BJ has no chance.
I would say you're probably right with Guida, but you know what? Just to be contrarian, I'm going to go with Penn in an upset. Just why not?
We shall see, folks. We'll let you know on the flip side of all this craziness in the world of MMA. I think it's going to be Guida, and I know I'm going out on a big limb on here, but I don't care. I already know it now. Phil Cayley does not give financial advice, so you can't take that.
It's not held responsible.
Yeah, I'm not, no. Oh, my God, I sure hope you got better advice than from your king of extreme on betting. So,
fair enough.
That's my disclaimer. Trust me, folks, I'm winking at you underneath this eye patch. So, all that being said, join us on the flip side of this crazy world we call mixed martial arts. I am your king of extreme, Phil Cayley, signing off and handing it off to my indomitable broadcast partner,
Tony G. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you soon.